Hi, I'm Dr. Molly with Your Goals Physical Therapy. And today I wanted to talk about what you do if it hurts every time you bend over. So if your lower back is bugging you every time you lean forward to brush your teeth or you bend over to pick things up off the floor, then this story will hopefully help you out. I met Sammy about, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago now, something to that effect. It's been a while. And she was seeking out information because it hurt her every time she bent forward and tried to pick things up with her lower back. So Sammy is 42 and has 3 kids. And especially since the pandemic, she's had to stay home a lot. She's been playing with her kids a lot more in the house. You know, you have homeschooling in the house, you have works at the house, everything's in the home. And so on top of all mommy duties, housework, everything else, there's just a lot more bending that has to happen, right? So if you're leaning over to help your kids, if you're leaning over to clean up your house, all of these things, we lean over a lot apparently, right? And you specifically know that if your low back hurts. And so when she was telling me her story, it started where at the end of her day, she just noticed that she had a little bit of an ache. No big deal, right? You stretch a little bit, whatever. By the time you wake up, you're okay. But then that ache required her to take like an ibuprofen or a Tylenol at the end of the day. And then it was okay. But eventually it progressed, right? And, things tend to just get worse, unfortunately. And for her, that was no different. And so at the end of her day, then her back was really hurting, and then she was having a hard time sleeping. So she's like doing weird concoctions to like, how do I get myself comfortable in bed? And, eventually, so basically then it started affecting her sleep. Well, and then once you can't sleep, it feels like everything kind of unravels after that, right? Your mood gets messed up. It just goes downhill from there. You feel like you're a bad mom because you're always getting upset about things. Doing all of your housework chores are so much more obnoxious than they normally are. I mean, who likes to do laundry on a good day? And now Sammy was dealing with pain while she was just trying to bend over to pick up the basket to even get the laundry done to begin with. So it just sort of progressed. Well, eventually she went to the doctor, and the doctor gave her some back stretches on a sheet of paper and told her to rest. How do you rest when you have 3 kids? Can somebody please tell me what they think you can do to rest when you have 3 kids? I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. So, but the exercises, she thought she was doing them right, but they weren't helping. And so now in her mind, she had already tried exercises. She had already tried medications, and none of this stuff was working. And she didn't really want to think about a surgery, so she didn't even want to deal with doing the x-ray or the MRI that they were suggesting. And so she was just sort of stuck in this hole of just being in pain all the time and frustrated. And what does that do to you, right? It makes you depressed. You feel like, oh, you're a horrible parent. Sammy was in a horrible place. And she got so frustrated one day that she ended up messaging me based on a video that she saw, the one that I had about how a lot of people have back problems and like how that gets started. And so she figured she would, she reached out, but it took a long time to convince her that just to sign up for the eval. She was just certain that there was nothing that could be done, so why should she waste her time? Eventually she did. She gave in, and she met with me for the eval, and we were able to see how she was moving, things that were tight, things that things that weren't moving very well on her back and her legs. And so after the eval, I was like, what is the most important thing that we fix today? And so she gave me that, and that for her was sleep. She wanted to be able to sleep without waking up multiple times because of her back. And so that was the first thing. So we came up with a plan to get that. So that was the first goal that we had to hit. And that we were able to do in a week. She was able to sleep all the way through the night after the first week. So she was hooked after that. And so we went and we, through learning how to move through her environment, new stretches, way to make sure that things are progressing, but she's not being too aggressive to make things annoying. So basically, I was there the whole way to help her and to encourage her and to show her how much better she was doing and how much better she could get. And so now, here we are, and she is back to full-time mommy mode with no problem. She's able to sleep all the way through the night, and all of that by just taking a little bit of a leap and meeting a stranger and trying something new. So I hope you guys are having a great day. And if somebody you know in your life needs to hear this uplifting message that there is a way to get through back pain and not have it anymore and not have to deal with surgeries or injections or medications, then please pass this information on. You have a great day.